Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta, and today, as we hit the full moon, I thought it would be really nice to share some divination with you and just see what comes up. So I hope that you will join me. If you feel like any of this speaks to you, feel free to let me know down in the comments. If you have any of your own interpretations of what this could mean. So yeah, we will start off with, I've got a couple of decks that I've collected from the Witch Casket kits that you will have seen me unbox in the past. I will pop a link to the playlist so that you can go and check out previous unboxings should you wish. So I've got a Daily Awareness deck and a Higher Self deck. So let's start with the Daily Awareness deck, and I will pick one of those for us. So let's taking some deep breaths. You can either try and clear your mind, or you can have a question. I definitely feel the need for a little bit of gentleness and healing at the moment. So I've got my rose quartz here and my seasonal flowers and my orange selenite egg, just to represent the spring. Now, there are many different ways to pick cards. I tend to go with, I feel the cards in this situation, and at the point at which I get like a tingling in my fingertips, that's where I stop. So, nice deep breath in, relax. Ooh, definitely something there. Yeah, it's that one. There was a heat coming off of it. Okay, so let's have a look. It says, connect with family. This card advises that connecting with your family could be good for you today. Connecting with your family could bring clarity or give some answers you didn't know you needed. And of course, when we think about family, this could be chosen family. This doesn't have to be your genetic family. So yeah, okay. And then somewhat, what's the word? Coincidentally, I suppose, we've got a little picture of like a big cat and a little cat down the bottom, which yeah, that speaks to certainly to my situation. And I think, yeah, there's I am definitely guilty of keeping my problems to myself, maybe a little bit too much. So yeah, although I am hoping to connect with some chosen family very soon. So, okay, next one. This is the Higher Self card deck. It says, a magical deck of insight, advice and wisdom to help you connect to your higher self. Pull a card for quick insight and advice. Cards can also be used in oracle spreads alongside other cards. So, these ones are a weird shape, which is lovely, but also makes them awkward to shuffle. Also, still, they've got that sort of, I don't use these very often, and they've got that newness to them. I wonder if going that way is any easier. I'm not great at shuffling at the best of times. Let's see how we go. Ah! Okay. That's normally the point at which I drop a card is normally the point at which I know it's chosen for me. Okay. Value. Don't allow yourself to be appraised by others. You know your true value. And I'm sure a lot of us can take something from that. I'm not even going to split the deck and see what else we would have got, because that feels like the universe has spoken, and that's where we're at. So I will do 3 tarot cards as well. This is the Animals Divine deck, and it is my absolute favourite. I I have been using this deck for several years. I still consider myself to be learning this deck though, because it's got some really complicated symbology in it. But I do love it. So let's give this a good. Okay. Okay, so our 3 cards are, we've got Anahita, the Page of Swords. We've got Brahma and Saraswati. I'm so sorry. This is the Lover's card. And Zeus, the Emperor. So these cards obviously use a lot of animal symbology and the stories and mythology behind the characters that they portray. So that's the bit that I'm not particularly hot on. And I've been keeping a note in here. So this particular card I have drawn only twice before in a reading. So the basic meaning of the Page of Swords is opportunity, curiosity, inventiveness, but also just there's an element of danger in that. So the story, it says, Anahita is the Persian goddess of air and water. Known as the Immaculate One, this fertility goddess, perfect for this time of year, is the source of all cosmic waters. She presides over reproductive health, including sperm, the womb, and breast milk. Her sacred animals, the dove and peacock, are reminders of her connection with air and the mystery of the cosmos. Anahita's popularity grew over time, and she had far-reaching impact beyond the regions of Persia. She is often compared to Aphrodite, Venus, Artemis, Diana, and was known as Anahit in Armenia. Her golden crown represents the rays of the sun, which you can see there. It's a beautiful colour pencil drawings, these ones. I've lost my place. No. And represents her connection with the cosmic powers and the divine. It's important to think through things carefully when contemplating opportunities for self-expansion. We should be inventive in our approaches and remember to avoid stagnation. Okay, but avoid also being too hasty. Take time to evaluate potential problems, take steps to prepare for possible negative outcomes, and if we can prepare ourselves for potential trouble, we will be better equipped to deal with it when it happens, without falling victim to impetuosity. That is a big word for this time of the night. Okay, so I can draw my own meanings from that, but if this rings true for you guys as well, I would love to know. I did keep you all in mind whilst doing this. So we then come to the Lovers, a very beautiful card, and one which I have drawn only once before from this deck. So the basic meaning, the Lovers, is about relationships, about balance, about equality, can be to do with compassion and compromise. So Brahma was the Hindu primeval creator god. He is one of the Hindu triad, including Vishnu the preserver and Shiva the destroyer. From Brahma, the cosmic waters stirred and a seed was planted. From this seed evolved creation. Brahma's consort was the goddess Saraswati, a goddess of language, creative arts and learning. It's my kind of goddess. She invented Sanskrit and generated energy for her ever-flowing waters, the river. Her intellect extends to the sciences and all manner of learning. With the goddess by his side, it was said that Saraswati was... Sorry. with the goddess by his side, it was said that Saraswati was the power behind Brahma's actions. She was his Shakti, or source of energy, that enabled Brahma's energies to be put into motion. Together they ride white swans on the fertile waters of knowledge and spirituality. So, this is about forging good, open relationships with people where you are both bringing something. And also to retain individuality within a partnership. So, we go on to Zeus the Emperor. Let's see, how often have I pulled him out of this pack? Not very often, I don't think. The answer is not at all. No. Our High Priest card. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong card. He's not the High Priest, he's the Emperor. Sorry. Yeah, the High Priest I've never picked. Where's the Emperor gone? There he is. Twice before. Okay. So, basically, the Emperor represents a strong masculine figure. And strong masculine energies doesn't necessarily have to be a man. So, the supreme god of the Greeks, Zeus, upheld law and order. He presided over the land following the defeat of the Titans and the overthrow of his father, Kronos. Zeus situated himself on top of Mount Olympus and ruled the realm of deities known as the Olympians. His marriage to Hera was considered sacred and important to the Greeks. In contrast to her nurturing, creative demeanour, Zeus maintained order with thunderbolts in hand that were a gift of the Cyclops. He maintained order over the seasons and natural phenomena such as the weather. He had the ability to stir up thunderstorms and fertilise the land with his rains. Zeus had an insatiable appetite for goddesses and mortals alike. He had the ability to shapeshift into animals, thus seducing unsuspecting females. Zeus's lustful nature exposed a human side to his behaviour that created discord in the realm. His untempered actions infuriated his wife and led to punishment of his lovers. Despite the negative, less than divine temperaments of Zeus and Hera, their marriage was honoured by the Greeks. They served as a balance to the kingdom, both the feminine principle of the empress and the masculine principle of the emperor, and they are both necessary for continued growth and expansion. So it's very much playing off this idea of what we're getting from the Lovers card, this idea of balance, and perhaps too much of this Zeus masculine energy could be perhaps a negative thing, and is something that we need to be aware of. So you can see how they sort of fit together when they start telling a story. So that is just my tiny little insight into this. If you, I believe this is out of print, but if you want to try and grab yourself a copy, it is a wonderful deck of cards. And if you can get it with the companion book with all the stories in, that's brilliant. So it's by Lisa Hunt. It's the Animals Divine Companion. And I will pop the, it's a Llewellyn Publishers, who are doing this one. But yeah, I've had this for some time now. I absolutely love, let's have a look. Yeah, first edition, 2005, this one. Yeah, I love the artwork in here. It's so beautiful. And I want it to become my regular use deck. But I'm just slowly dipping in and learning each card as it comes up rather than trying to learn them by rote, so to speak. I'm just sort of feeling my way through. But I hope that this has been interesting to you. If you have a favourite deck, you want to let me know about it down below. I would love to hear about it. And if you've enjoyed this and you think it's something that would be worth me doing again, I would certainly be glad to. I just thought it was nice to do as it was a full moon. And I often do a reading on a full moon anyway, so I thought I'd share it with you. So thank you all for being with me. Please do leave a little cheeky thumbs up and share with a friend if you think you've got somebody in your life that might enjoy this too. I will see you in the next one with massive thanks to all of my supporters and channel members. Until next time, stay crafty.